Hello, my dear children. Welcome to Indus Valley Public School RAT class of English, where we will do a lesson from your footprints without feet. Name of the lesson is The Making of a Scientist. This lesson is written by Robert W. Peterson. He was an American newspaper writer who later became a freelancer author of magazine articles and books, especially on the topic of sports and scouting. Children, this lesson is about a biography of a very famous scientist known as Richard Ebereit. Richard Ebereit has received the Searle Scholar Award and Schering-Plough Award of Biochemistry and Molecular Biology. It was his fascination for butterflies that opened the world of science to him. He grew up north of Reading in Pennsylvania, USA. As he did not have much to do there, so he started collecting things and make it as his hobby. He used to collect butterflies as a child in kindergarten. So in this video, we will see about the curious child who collects butterflies, went on to become one of the greatest scientists of the world. Richard H. Ebereit, along with his roommate, surprised the world at the age of 22 when they explained the theory on how cells work in a paper published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Science. This valuable magazine had published the work of college student for the first time. He says, Richard, or you can say Ebereit says that this curiosity started with butterflies. So whatever curiosity generated in Richard, it is because of butterflies. He grew up in Pennsylvania and was only child of his parents. He could have not done much there as there were very less people living there. He says that he could only do one thing alone, that was collecting things, and he had no friends to play football or baseball with. So he was alone, nobody was there, so he started collecting things. He had begun collecting butterflies, rocks, fossils and coins from the time when he was in kindergarten. He also used to keep on staring at stars and sometimes the whole night as he was interested in studying astronomy. He had always been curious to learn new things and had a sharp mind. His mother used to encourage him to learn. She was a facilitator for him. She was a motivator for him. She used to take him on trips, used to buy him telescope and other instruments that would help him in learning new things. His mother was only friend until he went to school. After he started going to school, his mother would get his friends home. He and his mother used to stay together at night and they used to do and learn things together. Richie, so this was the name that Ebereit used to get called from his mother, and was her whole life. So Richie, called by his mother, was her whole life and support system after his father's died when he was in 3rd grade. They used to spend most of the evening together. If he did not have anything to do, his mother would find him some task for learning. He used to like the learning work that his mother used to give him, as that was what he wanted to do, learn about more and more new things. He was a bright student as he used to score good in class and also was regular in his daily tasks. So now, as an early childhood talent, so by the time he was in 2nd grade, he had collected all the 25 species of butterflies found around his hometown in 6 weeks. Now, his mother gave him a book. The name of the book was The Travel of Monarch 10, and this book was a turning point in Ebright's life. The Travel of Monarch 10. The book told how the monarch butterflies migrated to Central America, which was the turning point of Ebright as it turned his curiosity towards science. Now, in this book, we will find that how butterflies migrate to Central America. Then this book is written by Dr. Frederick Urquhart, University of Toronto, Canada. Readers were invited to help study of butterfly migration. So those who have read this book, they were invited for the study of the butterflies migration. They were also asked, he also asked readers to tag for research. He is here Dr. Urquhart. So he asked them to tag the butterflies for research. It was impossible to catch so many of them in 6 weeks. So according to Ebright, it is very difficult to collect many of the butterflies in 6 weeks. So what he did? So he started raising a flock of butterflies in the basement of his house. He would catch a female monarch, take her egg and raise them life cycle. So what he did? He started generating flock of butterflies. So he catch female monarch and then take her eggs and raise them. So this was the life cycle: egg, larva, pupa and then butterfly. He started his work tiring and he did not get much feedback, so he started losing interest in it. The butterflies that he tagged, only 2 could be recaptured by the people, and those 2 were not more than 75 miles away from where he lived. So now he is in 7th grade. So what he did in 7th grade, what he came to know. So in 7th grade, he came to know what real science was as he lost at a county science fair. All other people win something while he did not win anything. So other participants have won something, but he was a lucky person that he could not win anything. He showed why? Because he showed frog tissues slides under a microscope. So he finally presented slides of tissues of frog under the microscope, but the winners had actually tried to perform an experiment. So they did real experiment and not just the neat display out of their project. So he thought to present real life experiment next year. So he started to enhance his knowledge about the insects as he had been studying them for quite some time. Then he wrote to Dr. Urquhart for ideas and got stack of suggestions. That means he got number of suggestions for experiment. He kept on working on that suggestions that he received from Dr. Urquhart throughout his high school and won many prizes at national and international level. In class 8, so this was in class 7th. Now 8th, what he did? He found the cause of viral disease that killed all monarch caterpillars. So he thought it is because of beetle. So in order to prove the theory, what he did? He presented all the monarch caterpillars in presence of beetles and he thought that a disease might be caused by beetle. So in order to prove whether this disease, viral disease of monarch caterpillar is caused by beetles, so in order to prove the theory, he has brought all the caterpillars of monarch in front of beetles. So now after that, in the next year, what he did? Science fair project was testing the theory of Viceroy butterfly copy monarch. So now there were 2 types of butterflies and they were looking similar. So now the theory was testing about both the butterflies. So why Viceroy butterflies copy monarchs? They are the food of birds. These butterflies were the food of birds. Viceroys taste good, whereas monarch do not taste good for birds. So birds like the taste of Viceroy's butterflies. The Viceroys look like monarch because they want to trick the bird and save themselves. So this project was placed first in the zoology division. ठीक है, तो इस प्रोजेक्ट से वो फर्स्ट आया जूलॉजी डिवीजन में. तो वाइसरॉय क्यों ये हुआ? क्योंकि दोनों ही बटरफ्लाई सेम थे, बट वाइसरॉय टेस्ट करता था, मोनार्क का टेस्ट अच्छा नहीं था बर्ड्स के लिए. तो इन ऑर्डर टू सेव द स्पीसीज दिस वाज डन. इन हिज सेकेंड ईयर इन हाई स्कूल, ठीक है, सेकेंड ईयर में क्या किया? Richard Ebright began the research that led to his discovery of an unknown insect's hormone. So he was started working on hormone of the insect. That later helped him in his new theory about life of cell. His theory on the life of cell, so इसमें क्या क्या किया इसने? He had find out the purpose of the 12 tiny gold spot on the monarch pupa. So there were 12 tiny gold spot on monarch pupa. So he was started why these spots were. So earlier it was assumed that they were just ornamental, means for the beautification. But later Ebright along with his fellow students showed that the spot were producing a hormone necessary for their full development. So these you can say spots, they were creating hormone for the full development of the butterfly. It gave him entry in the International Science and Engineering Fair. So after doing this experiment, he got an entry in the International Science and Engineering Fair. And he also won 3rd prize for zoology and got a chance to work at the entomology laboratory of the Walter Reed Army Institute of Research. After doing this thing, no, after finding out the theory of 12 tiny gold spot. Okay, now coming to the next. So during his senior year, after that next year what he did, he tried another experiment in which he grew cell from a monarch wing. So this time it is from monarch's wing in a culture and showed that cell would divide and develop into a normal butterfly wing scale, provided that they were threatened and they were treated with the hormone from the gold spots. So now he has started the discovery or you can say experiment through monarch's wing, but it should have a hormone from the gold spots. This project won him the 1st place. Previously it was only of the golden spot, so 3rd place. By doing this experiment, he has received 1st place for zoology at the International Fair. He spent his summer after graduation doing more research on the subject at the Army Laboratory and the Laboratory of US Department of Agriculture. Then he worked some more on the hormone released from the gold spots. Again he started more research from the hormones that was released from the gold spot. He identified the chemical structure of the hormone using the lab special equipments. After 1.5 years, okay, experiment का 1.5 years के बाद, the idea came to him when he was looking at the X-rays photos of the chemical structure of the hormone. So now he has taken the X-rays. He came to a realization that of how cell read the blueprint of its DNA. So after looking at the X-ray, he realized how cell read the blueprint of its DNA. He found that the DNA is in the nucleus of cell that control heredity. That was center of the cell. Hereditary, it means to take the qualities from your parent, ancestors or something like that. Therefore, it determines the form and function of a cell. Hence, DNA is the blueprint of life. Ebright and his roommate. So now this time he is of 22 and his roommate made drawings and plastic models of molecules for the theory which showed how it was possible, and later wrote a paper which explained the process. So this time he had become the Scout of the Year also. He graduated from Harvard with highest honor and stood second in his class among 1,510 students. It was expected that if the theory proved to be correct, this theory proved to be correct, then it would be a big step towards understanding the complex system of life and also would lead to new ideas for preventing certain type of cancer and other diseases. He was a champion debater, a great public speaker, and a good boat racer canoeist. He was also an all-round outdoor sports person along with being an expert photographer. He was great at capturing nature and scientific subjects. So, photography, what kind of photography he used to do? Capturing nature and scientific subjects. He used to focus his extra energy on debating and model United National Clubs. He also used to admire his social studies teacher and an advisor to both clubs, Mr. Richard Villiers. He thought that his teacher was the right man, as he was the one who used to open his mind to new ideas. So his social studies teacher used to support him whatever he used to think. Okay, he gave new ideas to his thoughts. Now, admirations from Mr. Richard A. Wheeler, social studies teacher. So he used to admire Ebright's extra 3-4 hours at night work for the debate research apart from his butterfly research and his other interest. Next, he was competitive. According to Richard, Ebright was competitive but not in a bad sense, as he worked for right reason. He did not win to get prizes. So according to Richard, Ebright did not win to get prizes or for the sake of winning, but he wanted to be the best at whatever he did. Ebright has a first-rated mind along with curiosity and an aided will to win for the right reason. This is what makes a good scientist. The book about migration of monarchs that was given to him from his mother and his curiosity towards science had just grown him as a scientist. Now, coming to the conclusion of this biography, or you can say the lesson, that to encourage the learners from their inclination towards beginning with the small discoveries and inculcate the habit thereof. It also teaches us that with perseverance, dedication and hard work, any dream is achievable. Now it's a time for questions that is given in our book. Hope you will find the answers through this video. How did a book become a turning point in Richard Ebright's life? How did his mother help him? What lesson does Ebright learn when he does not win anything at a scientist fair? What experiments and projects does he then undertake? What are the qualities that go into the making of a scientist? So my dear children, hope you have understood the video. Thank you for watching the video.